Hello, my name is Jiali.
The purpose of this documentary is to learn to have an appreciation for animals. There was a time when my brother and me were playing in the backyard and there was a mouse that moved from one side of our yard to the other neighbor's backyard. I screamed and my grandpa came out and my mom, and they asked what happened. They told me that there was nothing to be afraid of. The mouse was probably more afraid of me. But that didn't change anything. I think the reason I don't like animals is because I've never had pets, and none of my family members have ever had pets. So I don't know what I'm dealing with animals. I don't know if they're harmful or nice. I like pictures of animals though. They're really cute. In real life, the same. But when I get close to them, I get really scared. When I see one, my heart starts pounding. I've never even touched an animal before. That there was like a friendship between the owner and the animal. They seemed very happy together. And watching them made me feel like very happy. Like being with a friend.
Yeah, hope you enjoy.
So I have agreed to meet a local dog. I'm a little nervous, but I know that it's friendly, so I hope it will be a good experience.
So how has your experience been with a cat?
I really love cats. I work from home a lot, and I have been I sometimes get a little bit lonely when I'm working from home all day, and having a cat around has been really nice because I just have a little friend. I don't have to spend all day talking to him or working with him, but he's there, I'm there. It's just nice to take care of an animal.
Are you planning to get more animals or just a cat?
This cat is a foster cat, which means that somebody is going to adopt him at some point. We're holding on to him until somebody fosters him. I personally would love to have as many temporary cats as possible, but I don't really want to have a permanent cat because I like to travel. I like to have my independence. And when you have an animal at home, you got to worry about feeding it. You got to worry about cleaning out the litter box, all that stuff.
Did you always like cats, or is this something that you...
I grew up with dogs. I grew up with a dog. The dog was very chill. He was a very easy dog to have. I loved watching that cat grow from a kitten to, a teenage or adult cat. I just thought it was so lovely, and I really missed that cat when I moved out of that apartment. So the day, it's not really that difficult to have a cat unless it gets sick or unless you're gone for 12 to 16 hours at a time. That makes it a little bit more difficult.
Do you just like cats or is there other animals as well?
I really love all animals, except insects. I don't really like insects very much. I love dogs because dogs are so friendly and sweet. I like birds a lot. I always love going at the zoo. You'll see birds flying around. I really like that. The way cats play is by fighting with each other, and they don't know how to use their claws or not. So they think, oh, we're just playing, I'm going to use my claws. It's something that you train them not to do. And the reason that you can't really see these so much is because Berwin, who's the cat that we are fostering right now, he stopped using his claws to play, and he stopped using his teeth to play. For me, I like teaching the cat how to be nice, basically, so that when he moves to his forever home with somebody who can really love and care about him.
Do you treat them as if they're like a kid?
Imagine that I had a baby with me right now. But you have to treat the baby with love and with affection and with care, so the baby knows that those are the things it's supposed to expect. If you treat a baby with love, then it grows up knowing, oh, I'm supposed to be getting love right now. If you treat a baby without love, then it grows up not knowing that it's supposed to be loved, and it can turn into, somebody who doesn't know how to treat other people with love, right? So in that respect, you treat a cat with care, with attention, with affection, with love. I would much rather have a kitten than a baby because a baby is very scary to me. Having a kid is way scarier than having an animal. The stakes are so much higher with a kid than with an animal.
People that don't like animals, why do you think they don't like animals?
I would never judge somebody for having a fear of something, right? I'm afraid of a lot of stuff. I sometimes let my own fears stop me from doing things in the world. Fears of what other people might think about me, or fears of doing something wrong. Those are things that stop me from doing things in the world, right? Think about what it actually is that you're afraid of and what it would mean to conquer your fear. It might mean putting yourself out there in a way that's a little bit scary, but it would also mean that maybe you discover something new that you wouldn't discover something new about yourself or about the world that you wouldn't otherwise have done because you were too afraid to do it. So,
have you ever had any other pets that were cats?
I had a dog when I was growing up. His name was Tiger. He was a little Maltese, which are just these fluffy white dogs. He didn't respect me very much because he was like, oh, this is just another guy that I can walk all over. He's not an authority figure. Tiger would protect my little brother. Even though he was this little dog, whenever a stranger would come into the house, he would always get in front of my brother and bark and "Hurr." He would bare his teeth too. He would never do that with me, but he would always do that with my little brother.
There are many large animals on this planet. One animal in particular in the ocean that is the largest is the blue whale, weighing up to 400,000 pounds and in length 98 feet. They have a powerful tail and a small dorsal fin. They usually swim alone or in groups of 2 or 4. There's lots of food available for them. 60 males may come together to get this food. Blue whales communicate by making a series of very loud vocal sounds, loudest than any other creature on the planet. These can be heard underwater for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers. Baby blue whales can weigh around 4,000 kilograms and 8 meters long. And they grow pretty quickly. 7 to 8 months, these baby whales, they grow up. And they gain around 90 kilograms each day. Sadly, because of hunting and the population growth of humans, these species are endangered now. A lot of animals are kept as pets. One of the most common are dogs. There are many breeds of dogs. There is the German Shepherd, the Beagle, the Poodle, Australian Cattle Dog, French Bulldog, Golden Retriever, Labrador Retriever, and Bulldog. All these dogs have been bred with 2 other dogs to create their breed. In general, these dogs could live from 10 years to 13 years for the lifespan. Dogs make great companions. People like having dogs because they keep themselves company with them. In general, dogs are very kind and they don't usually hurt other people. That's why they're commonly people's pets. Although a lot of animals enjoy being social, the fox are animals that enjoy solitary.
He had a good, what I imagine was a good life. I had just moved back home from college. And he was deaf, and he was blind, and he was balding, and, his quality of life wasn't very good. So we made the decision. Well, I didn't make the decision, but I agreed with the decision. My parents made the decision to put him to sleep. And that was a really, really sad day. I remember there were a lot of tears. And yeah, they and I miss him, still to this day. For me, I don't know if I deal with things like that particularly well. I can kind of ignore it or push my feelings down, or just be just pretend like I'm better than I am. Oh yeah, Tiger's dead. He was old. This happens. We just have to move on from it. I don't think that that's the right way to do things. I remember the day they put Tiger down. My brother was crying a lot. And my mom and sister were crying a lot. My dad was also sad, but he acted like he wasn't. And I spent a lot of that day, especially with my younger brother, taking care of him and cheering him up. I remember he really liked that song Happy. You know the song Happy by Pharrell? Clap along if you feel. He really liked that song, and I learned it on the piano that day just so that I could keep playing it for him. Great, thank you for interviewing me. I appreciate it.
We all have to die. Put my head on the stone and let the green eggs fly.
So, how was your experience with animals?
I've never been very fond of animals. Growing up, my family members have had pets, but personally I've never had a pet, so I have experience with cats, dogs, stuff like that.
Why do you think you have never gotten a pet?
Because one reason is because I don't think I've really ever wanted a cat or a dog or a pet in general. Just because I don't like the responsibility of it. Um, but also because my apartment doesn't allow me to own a pet, so
You live in an apartment?
yeah, the landowner doesn't allow my family to have pets, so.
So, are you scared of animals in any way, or like what type of animals are you scared of if you're scared?
If I were to see certain animals in real life, like near me, I would definitely be scared. Like if I were in the woods, I saw a bear, or if I were in the water, and I saw like a sperm whale or a orca whale, I would be terrified. And I would probably just have a heart attack on the spot. But in that sense, I'm afraid of animals. But if I were to see an animal online, like an image of one, or if I were to, see just like a random cat or dog, I would probably think that I would be too scared, just every day, like a squirrel,
Yeah. So your opinion of animals is that you're okay with them, but you don't really love animals.
Yeah, I would say that certain animals that there's one, I have a favorite animal. That doesn't mean I like animals too much.
Oh, so what's your favorite animal?
I like foxes a lot.
Oh, so why?
I like foxes because they are very intelligent animals, but they also behave very weirdly, like very strange, just in like how they move and how they communicate. Hearing a fox talk is like the cutest thing ever. It's so cool. And also, they're not really a hostile animal towards humans. They're not like a wolf or a dog. They're never really gonna hurt you. In fact, they're probably more afraid of you than you are of them. And they're like a perfect mix between a cat and a dog, and that's why I love them so much.
What should I get for?
I like honey badgers because they're very angry all the time, and they're very aggressive, but they're also like very small and very cute. So the fact that it's just this little animal and it's so harmless, but it's so intimidating all the time because it's just angry and it's constantly growling, I just think it's so cool. It's just so funny because if you pick it up from the ground, it's never going to be able to realistically hurt you, but it's also, going to give you a temper tantrum if you do. So
People compare like animals to like taking care of someone that's like a child or like a kid. Do you think like you have any connection with animals in that way?
I don't think I ever have. Like, I think my aunt, her name is Abby, and she has 2 Scottish Terriers, which are like the dog breed, and she looks at them as like her kids, like her sons. And she has that sort of connection with them. I personally have never had a connection with an animal like to the extent like, oh, I look at this dog like a brother, or I look at this cat as like a son or a sister, or whatever the case may be. But I've never had that close of a relationship with a specific animal because, like I said before, I've never had a pet, so I don't think I've ever even had the chance to develop a connection like that, if I even can.
Interesting facts about foxes is that they have really good hearing. They can hear low frequency. Foxes are one of the creatures that don't really have a home. They live pretty much anywhere. They live in cities. They live in more rural areas. This is due to the availability of food and shelter in these cities.
So what was the place you went to take care of your animals?
It was called Yanacocha, and it was in Ecuador.
So how was this experience?
I think it was really great. I learned a lot of stuff that I never thought I could learn before, and I got to work with animals I never really knew existed, or never knew I could get close to.
So how old were you when you visited this place?
I was 16.
Was this a school trip?
I did through an organization, and it was like a summer trip, and I was the youngest one there,
So, what type of animals were you guys helping?
All kinds. We had a bunch of birds, we had owls, we had otters, we had a fox, we had raccoons, we had eagles, we had a bunch of really cool animals.
What does this entail? Like, what do you guys do to help these animals?
So we take them in because they were like from the black market or they were getting abused. So we take them in, we heal them, and then basically you're put into groups based on like the animal's category, and you go and you clean their like cages, you feed them, you make their food, you do all that care stuff. But they gave you a list and you were able to pick from the available animals, and I picked this like mini dog kind of fox thing. I don't remember what it's called, but his name was Appa, and he was really cute, but he was really feisty and he probably would have bit my arm off if I was touched him.
Have you like always liked animals, or was it something that you learned to like?
I've always loved animals. I never really thought I wanted to do something like that, but then my friend was like told me about this thing that he was doing, and so I decided I wanted to do, and it gave me like a bigger understanding of them, and it just made me love them even more, and I'm gonna try to go back next year.
Because you really like animals, to people that don't like animals, like, why do you think they don't like animals?
I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe it's like a preference thing, and sometimes it depends on the animal. Maybe they have like something happened to them in the past with that animal, or they just like see that animal is really big and scary. Like I know dogs. I used to be scared of dogs, and then my friend got a dog, and I like warmed up to it, and now I love them.
Do you have any pets yourself?
No, I wish though.
So if you were to get a pet, what would you get?
Probably a cat. I've been obsessed with cats ever since I was really young.
So what do you like about cats in general?
I just like they're like kind of low maintenance, but I also they're cute, and I know some people like my friend, she has a cat and he's really like cuddly, and he loves to like cuddle you whenever you come over. I just love like playing with them, and I just think they're really cool. I think I would help any animal. I don't know. I got close to a crocodile. Like I fed a crocodile, which was really cool. I think I would probably, I'd probably work with any animal, but I'd have to probably get used to the animal first to like really connect with it.
So how long does getting used to take? Is it something like, oh, I'll spend like 10 minutes with this animal and I feel comfortable with it?
I think it really depends. With the animal I trained, it took like 5 minutes. And then like the monkeys, it took a little longer just because I didn't work with them as much. But like, you know, each day you were I was put into like mammals, you know, carnivores, birds, except for monkeys. And so it really depended on which ones I was working with the most.
Which animals did you work with the most during your time?
Probably the mammals, but also the birds.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Otters. I think they're really funny. In Ecuador, I trained one how to swim, and he became attached to me. So every time he was like outside, because he was allowed to go outside, and he was like really attached to us, he would like crawl in between my feet, and he would like try to trip me as we were walking, and he would run with me. I just think they're really cute, and once I got to know one, it was a really fun to be around.
Like, have you ever been hurt by like any animal you worked with?
They had these like squirrels, like squirrel monkeys that were kind of aggressive. Like I was on one of the islands where they lived, and I was trying to get back to the raft to get back to my friends, and one of them bit like right here on my shoe, and it like tripped me, and I fell into the water. Yeah, it was bad. I had my rabies shot though. My dad used to live in Long Island, and we had a bunch of like deer and like bunnies and stuff. So I'm like familiar with that. But like many trips I've taken, like I went to Mexico, and we like had like these monkeys that would like come up to us, and we had like sharks and stuff in the water that we like got to swim with. which was really cool.
So when you're traveling, like, is it like a long time you're on the plane?
Yeah, most of the time it is. Most of the time it's like maybe, I think one of the shortest flights I've had was like 8 hours. So it does take a really long time to get to places, especially to get to Ecuador. It took me 2 planes.
So can you recall your first experience with an animal?
Okay, my cousin had a dog. They had a dog. He's passed away. But I remember he was like kind of like, they rescued him and he was really vicious. Well, not vicious, but he just like was really playful. And so I remember once he bit me and I started bleeding and it freaked me out. And I was like, I'm never going near a dog ever again. And then I met my friend's puppy like a year later and I was like, I love dogs now. And then I like went back to my cousin's house and I decided I wanted to play with the dog, and he was much friendlier when I went back. Yeah.
So, like, you've had like negative and positive experiences with animals. Something bad happened, you felt bond.
Yeah. I'm like with the monkey that bit my foot. I literally was called to be on the monkeys section again the next day, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And so I went back and I saw those monkeys again, and I was fine. So
It's a lot of bravery.
it was, at first I was really hesitant, but like my group was like, you have to like face your fear, you have to do it. And so I did it and I was fine.
So to people that want to like conquer this fear of animals, how should they?
Maybe like slowly. I mean, you can go to like the zoo and like look at animals there and see how that makes you feel. Or if you really want to like face your fear, you have to go somewhere where it like puts you out of your comfort zone and like find ways to like get out of your comfort zone so then you get used to it. Like I had never been out alone, and so I think it was a really great way to experience things. I also got over my fear of bugs because I had so many bugs in my cabin that I had to like pick them up with my hands and put them outside. You have to want to conquer the fear.
Hello, so how is your experience with animals?
My experience of animals is good. Some animals hate me and some animals love me. Two dogs in my cousin's house named Peppa Pig and Donut. It's a chocolate donut because it's a brown dog. And then they both love me even though I barely goes to their house because it's in Staten Island. Every time I go there, they give me like a really happy greeting. It's fine. I'm not taking care of it, but like.
Okay, so have you had any negative experiences with animals?
Yes, the 3 cats in my uncle's workplace. So the 3 cats in my uncle's workplace. One of them is like a gray, one of them is like a hazel color, and one of them is gray. All of their name is barbecue, mustard, and ketchup. When my uncle was sleeping on the couch, one of the cats climbed on the couch and scratched his face. The cats are friends with the mice in the kitchen. Even though my uncle was supposed to get the cats so he could get the mice, well, like the mice are bigger than the cats. It would probably eat the cats, but like it's fine. So.
Do you have any favorite animals?
Yes, I like hamsters. I like rabbits. I like puppies. Yeah. I only have 3 favorites.
So are you scared of any animals?
No. I wouldn't be scared. I'm not scared of any animals. I mean, if they attack me first, I'll be scared of them if they attack me first. But like, yeah. Personally, physically, and mentally, I'm not scared of animals.
If a spider were to be in this room and it would be like crawling on the wall, what would you do about it?
Where? Where's the spider? Where's the spider? If it's a tarantula or a black venom, I'm gonna go put it in a bin. I'm gonna throw it at you, and after it bites you, I'm gonna eat it out of the house here. I'll probably cut up like a spatula to smack it, but like.
Okay, so to people that don't like animals, what do you have to say?
She can be friends with the snake again. So yeah.
I've noticed that your shirt is like really cool. Do you know where you got it from?
It's from toys before, but like I think I got it from Lovely Bears. I got it from Lovely Bears.
It's really cute.
I don't know if that's a real shop or not, but like I got it from a store, a really nice store that sells T-shirts. I don't know. I got it from my mom.
Okay. It kind of reminds me of like marshmallow.
This one.
Yeah, I love marshmallow. It's my favorite like music.
Food.
Yes, the
creator.
like the creator.
The music creator.
Yes, the music creator.
My favorite singer is
You have a favorite singer?
Nicki Minaj
Really?
and Cardi B. Stray Kids is number 1. ITZY is number 2. Blackpink is number 3. BTS is number 4. But are we going back to animals or just?
I think we can end it. That was like
Jiali, why don't you tell me a little bit about animals and your relationship to them?
animals. They're really cute, but I'm kind of scared of them.
Is there something in particular that you're afraid of with animals?
Like they can hurt you. Like animals can be dangerous, and I've had experiences where they make me a little bit scared.
Okay. Is there any one animal in particular you're more scared of?
Probably smaller animals, surprisingly. Hamsters, mouses, birds.
Why do you think that it's smaller animals?
Because it's less obvious that they are, like, that they could be dangerous, but, like, they can eat your clothes sometimes. They can, like, scratch you and stuff like that. When it comes to bigger animals, you know that they're more dangerous, but smaller animals, if they're dangerous, you don't expect it.
So it's almost like you can expect a bigger animal to be dangerous, but a smaller animal, you don't know how dangerous it's going to be.
I'm afraid of small animals because it's very uncertain, like their behavior.
Great. Have you ever interacted with a dog or a cat before, maybe at a friend's place?
It might have been when I was younger, but I cannot really remember it well.
Okay. So you know that you're about to meet a dog. How do you feel about that?
Just very nervous. I hope that it will be a positive experience.
Okay. What would a positive experience look like for you?
Like, we're both able to be kind to each other, the animal and me. And maybe I can, like, film a little bit of, like, the animal.
What would a negative experience look like for you?
Like the dog being very loud and barking a lot.
Okay. So the noise is also something that you feel a bit uncomfortable with?
Yeah.
Do you think that animals are cute?
Of course.
What is the cutest animal to you?
The cutest animal, I would say, is a zebra.
A zebra? Nice. Why a zebra?
Because they're so pretty. Like, they have a nice pattern, and yeah, that's it.
What do you think the ugliest animal is?
The ugliest. I don't think any animals are ugly.
Oh, okay. Nice. I also don't think any animals are ugly. Do you have any allergies to animals?
Not that I know of.
Okay, cool. Would you ever want to pet an animal? Like even at a petting zoo or something?
I think I would, yeah.
Have you ever gone to the zoo before?
Yes. It's been a very long time. I can't really remember, like, last time I went, so...
Have you ever skipped doing something because an animal was going to be there?
Yeah. I think that I'm just, like, it's just too much of a timid person. And I don't know, I just feel like there's nothing to be afraid of but to be afraid of, like, myself, that I'm afraid of this.
If this is a positive interaction today, do you feel like you could try meeting some other animals? Let's say this is a positive interaction. Would you say you'd be completely cured of your fear of animals?
Well, only of the animal that I'm interacting with. Like,
yeah.
Only with dogs, maybe not with cats or other animals.
It's not just one step. You know, it's not just one animal. You have to work your way up through your life. How do you think the you from 4 weeks ago would have reacted if the you from now said you were about to meet a dog?
I think that, like, she would have thought I was, I don't know, like, insane that I ever, like, decided that I would do this, because I'm just not that type of person.
And we're friends now, right, Kenny? Kenny, this is Otis over there. Hello. And this is Jiali. Well, what do you think the best way is to approach her so that she feels less scared?
I mean, honestly, if you just approach her the same way you have been right now, just...
Would it help to like put your hand out for her to give us?
Oh yeah, maybe. She's pretty receptive.
Yeah. That's okay.
Well, you're brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not.
That's it.
Yeah, there's no
She sheds so much.
Jesus, how do you manage that?
We have to brush her.
Yeah, God. You can only imagine.
What's he doing? What's he doing? She dancing. I remember my sister had a permit crab for a really long time.
Were you scared of the hermit crab?
No, the hermit crab is very scared of us.
Yeah, it's like
No. I'm just gonna try at a different angle now.
Yeah.
The dogs are shaggy. She's very, very free.
I've been getting those close-ups like you said.
I know she doesn't have treats, but can she sit? Like,
Sit.
Yep.
will she do that for anybody or just for you?
Probably at least the sit. I think she'll do it for anybody.
Penny, sit. Good girl.
Pumpkin, this is Penny. Pumpkin.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording then. Last chance. Okay, I'm turning it off now.
So, Jiali, walk me through what just happened.
So I met the dog Penny and we hung out. Well, she let me pet her.
Nice.
And also, I got to really look at the dog in real life.
So how did she feel?
I think she was a little bit distracted, but for the most part, she was pretty calm.
Feel also as if like touching her, like how did she physically feel? What did her fur feel like?
Her fur felt like normal fur. Like I imagine like a really nice carpet or something.
Tell me your first impressions of her when she first walked in before you met her. Like what was going through your mind?
I was very scared because like who wouldn't be scared of like even new people? I get scared in front of them, but the dog was also probably scared. So yeah, we were able to not be scared after we like interacted a little more.
Nice. So you feel like the dog was also scared of you and then got more comfortable with you?
Yes.
How did that make you feel knowing that the dog might be scared of you too?
No, it shows that dogs also have like feelings that are similar to people too.
What did you notice about the way Penny looked?
Like her fur was like different colors and that was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why dogs have different colors fur though.
I don't either. Could be something interesting to research.
Yeah, like for people, like we usually have one color for our hair.
Sometimes that color changes over time though. Like when I was younger, my hair was red and now it's basically black. Do you feel like you would feel more comfortable meeting other dogs after this?
Yes, but I think dogs, there's so many different like types of dogs. I think all dogs also have their own personalities, so it's hard to say.
Something that gave you the confidence to actually reach out and give her the first pet that you did?
I think encouragement helps a lot when you have someone supportive with you. If it was just me and a dog, I don't think I would have done it.
Yeah. What did you think of Will?
Well, he seems like a good person.
What did you learn about the dog from interacting with her face to face as opposed to just like a picture or a video?
I guess it shows that with dogs, it isn't always like they instantly like you or they instantly dislike you. It's more of something that you grow, like a bond. It needs to grow before it can become what it is.
What's your next steps with animals?
My next steps for animals is to hopefully like meet different types of animals and also interact more physically with them so I can become more comfortable with them. People that are nervous about animals or want to like experience more, like I think we should like all like go out there and try to have experiences with these animals.
Nice. What do you think we can learn from those experiences?
We can learn that not all animals are dangerous or not all animals like want to hurt you. Sometimes if they do hurt you, it's probably out of fear. They're probably more scared of you.